Right. So 3 meals a day, the plate's not piled over, you're splitting it that way in your training. That should be enough to get you where you need to go consistently.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's all you need. Basically.
Yeah, I mean, and I also think the value of the clock is helpful too. Like one of the things that I've done, excuse me, one of the things I've done is I've tried to eat around the clock in terms of the certain times throughout the day. Like I have times in my day when I prefer to eat. And what it does is it just keeps you a little bit more responsible. Like when people wake up and they don't have any plan for when they really eat, they then tend to eat just sporadically throughout the day. And it's very easy to lose track of what you're consuming when you're just a sporadic eater throughout the day. I think that's one of the bigger issues that people have. Probably one of the reasons why like intermittent fasting had a lot of success for people, because it does start to apply some rules at least around timing. Hey, this is your window. You can eat within this window a little bit sporadically, but this is your window. And when the window closes, it closes. You're not supposed to eat anymore.
So it kind of cuts down on snacking as a side effect of having that intermittent fast.
I think for the grazers, people that are grazers find a lot more success in intermittent fasting because it applies rules, to what their weakness is.
But you like fixed meal times.
I just like fixed meal times,
Keep you honest, which means you're not eating at those.
Yeah, like I might get somewhat hungry in the middle of those meals. Now, if I'm starving in the middle of those meals, like, I'll eat because I think your body's trying to tell you something. Of course, for me, it's always going to be something I'm going to reach for something that's healthier. Right. But if you're close to the next meal and it's like an hour away and you're hungry, the fact that there's a time in place for you to eat, like I'm good until then, I'll be fine until then. Like I know it's coming, so if I had no set time, I might not know when it's coming next, so I would just grab food.
Right.
So I think that's one of the values of having that additional, rule of the time and the constraint. Yeah.
Do you fast or intermittent fast?
I don't. And the only reason why I don't really experiment with my nutrition these days is just because I like where I'm at. I'm not particularly fond of the low body fat is something that's very natural to me. The one thing I don't like, I've commented before, is like if I could just take a little bit of fat and put it right in my cheeks here, a little bit in the neck, where I lost, that'd be good there. But
this is what happens when you get to be our age, right? We're in our 40s,
right.
It's almost mid 40s for you and late 40s for me. Is that I find if I'm ever getting like abs, I start looking like a skeleton in my face.
Yeah, I mean,
my wife complains.
Sucks. I hate it. It's like that. I do wish I could sort of change that, but that is one of the consequences as you start to go down lower in body fat. You don't get to be very selective about where it comes off.
Okay.
And problematically for guys, we do seem to retain it a little bit on the lower abdomen too. So you can get pretty lean everywhere else, and you might even start to lose it in the face. And you still haven't lost it from your lower belly. And it's like, if you keep going with this, maybe you will finally start to lose it there, but at what expense to the rest of your appearance? So that can become tricky, especially as you said, you get older.